Good day. So I'll just demonstrate the simplest way on how to create a rolling rock animation. And so there are steps na kailangan natin sundin. So first thing that we need to do is of course to create the background. And so try natin po i-change yung fill color in any color na gusto natin para dun sa background ng animation natin. Next, right-click sa mouse. In creating the background, we can use the layer or new layer. Look for geometry and then let's try to select the solid color. And so as you can see, that will serve as the background of the animation. So next thing that we need to do is to create the ground for the animation. So ano pong gagawin? Let's try to change again the fill color. And choose a color which is something na parehas sa kulay ng isang ground. Okay, right after natin mag-change, let's go back to the toolbar or toolbox. Hanapin po natin ngayon si Spline Tool. Next, right after natin ma-select si Spline Tool, punta po sa may Tool Properties. Ang isa-select po under Layer Types is Region and the Outline Layer. So make sure na dalawa ay nakaselect sa may Layer Types. Make sure the blend method of the Spline Tool is composite. At the same time, the brush size is at least 8. So depende po sa kung anong version ng Synfig yung gamit nyo. Make sure po na makikita siya dun sa may canvas. So next, let's try to create the ground. So magsisimula po tayo lagpas dun sa may lower part ng canvas. Bakit po? Para malimitahan natin yung space na maaaring lumabas dun sa may canvas. So dito tayo magsisimula. Then try na natin ngayon mag-create ng background or ng ground, sorry. And same time, on the end part nung mismong ground natin, make sure na nakalagpas again dun sa lower part ng canvas. Then right after that, punta lang sa may tool properties, hanapin po si Make Spline. So as you can see, nakapag-create na tayo ng ground para dun sa animation natin. So what are we going to do next? Let's group the layers of the ground at the same time the layer of the background. So let's have first the layers of the ground. Let's group it. Then change natin yung name into ground. Next, we need to group also the layer of the background. So group natin siya para may proper grouping tayo. Then try to change the name into background. Okay, so we are done with the ground and also the background. So what are we going to do next? We need to create the character. What is the character? It is a rock. Okay, so kailangan natin mag-create ng rock kung saan yun yung pagagalawin natin dun sa ground na kinreate natin. So ano pong gagawin? Click lang natin yung transform tool, click lang tayo sa may canvas, and make sure po na walang nasa-select dun sa may layers panel. Ayan. So in creating the character or the rock, we need to select the draw tool. Of course, para mapag-drawing tayo ng rock, pupunta tayo sa toolbar and we need to select the draw tool. Okay, under draw tool, we need to select under layer types of it in the tool properties, the region and outline layer. Next, let's go back to the fill color. Change natin dun sa usual na itsura ng isang bato, which is color gray. Okay. Then right after that, let's create a simple rock dun sa mismong gitna ng canvas. Yan. Any kind of rock. Yan. So wala namang definite na itsura ang isang rock. So next, of course, para mas maging maganda yung character natin na rock, let's create a face on it. So create tayo ng face. Lagyan natin siya ng mukha. So anong gagawin natin? Select po natin si circle tool or kung gusto nyo gamitin na lang si draw tool, pwede rin naman. So pag gumamit kayo ng circle tool, make sure na region layer lang isa-select sa may layer types. Then change natin yung color into black or anything na gusto nyo. Then gamitin natin yung circle tool para sa mata ng character natin. Okay? Next, we can use the draw tool para naman dun sa may bibig ng character natin. Let's have one more time. Ayan. So as you can see, nakapag-create na tayo ng rock na merong face. Okay? So what are we going to do next? Those layers na nagawa natin para dun sa rock is kailangan natin silang i-group. So punta sa main layers panel, select po lahat ng layers na nagawa natin in creating the character. So i-group natin and then let's rename it as rock. So as you can see sa main layers panel, we have 3 groups. It's just the layers of the rock or yung character natin, layers of the ground, and the layer of the background. So let's zoom out the canvas para makita natin lalo. So medyo liitan natin yung laki or yung size ng rock na na-create natin. So let's move it on the center part of the canvas. And then what are we going to do next? Ayan. So ang gagawin na po natin is we need to link to spline the character or the rock dun sa mismong ground. Okay? Para dun siya gagalaw. So ano pong gagawin? Click natin yung group ng rock. Okay? Then pasok po dun sa may loob ng group ng ground. So we need to select the 2 layers of the ground. So kung papansinin sa may layers panel, meron po tayong tatlong sinelect dyan. Yung group ng rock, and then yung dalawang layers ng ground. So what are we going to do next? Pupunta po tayo sa umpisa ng ground na kinrate natin or nung path dun sa mismong ground. So right-click lang po tayo doon. Hanapin po natin si link to spline. Ayan. So ano pong indication if naka-link to spline na siya? Mawawala na po yung character natin sa gitna ng canvas. Mapupunta po siya dito. Hindi natin gaano makita. Okay? Kasi nasa labas po siya ng canvas. But make sure, rest assure you that nandito po siya sa part na ito. So what are we going to do next? Test muna natin if gumagana or naka-link siya dun sa mismong path ng ground na meron tayo. So papansinin nyo, using the green handle of the rock group, dun lang po siya dadaan sa mismong ground na kinrate natin. Yan. So since na-test na natin, gumagana siya or dun siya dumadaan sa mismong ground, ang sunod na po na gagawin natin is we need to insert the keyframe. So move to the time track. Dito po tayo sa may time track. So of course, hindi gagana yan pag hindi naka-turn on yung animate editing mode. So click natin yung green icon. Okay? Or simply turn on the animate editing mode. Ayan. So let's move to the time track and it is the time for the keyframes. So punta tayo dito sa may 12 frames muna. Galawin natin yung rock na group using the green handle. Let's go to the 24 frame. Move lang natin siya ng konti lang. And then try natin siya ikot using the blue handle. Okay? Next. Let's move to the 36 frame. So move natin siya ulit. Then punta tayo sa may 48 frame. Move natin siya ulit. Pero this time, ikutin ulit natin siya. Ayan. Now, proceed tayo. Let's have 60 frame. So move lang natin siya ulit. And then 72 frame, move natin siya ulit. And then using the blue handle again of the rock group, ikutin ulit natin siya. So next, punta tayo kay 87 frame or any frame. Move lang natin konti. And then, 96. Move natin. Again, using the blue handle na meron tayo. Ikot ulit natin siya. Next. 108 frame. So, move ulit natin. Then, sa dulong port, which is 120 frame, move ulit natin siya. And then, try natin ulit ikutin yung rock na kinreate natin using the blue handle. Yan. So, as you can see, merong pattern yung ginawa kong keyframes. Pero, in inserting the keyframes for the rock animation, wala naman pong requirements yan. So, kung ano yung gusto nyo gamitin para dun sa keyframe, ano yung discard niyo para dun sa paglagay ng keyframes, kayo pong bahala. Okay? So, guide lang naman yung binigay ko. So, kung gusto nyo sundin, pwede rin naman. So, next. Right after natin makapag-insert ng keyframe is tingnan natin yung preview ng animation. So, punta tayo dito sa may preview na icon. Click natin. Then, click preview. Then, hintayin lang natin mag-render hanggang sa 122 frame. Ayan. So, tapos na. Then, let's click the play button. So, as you can see, rolling rock on the ground. So, that is the simplest way on how to create a rolling rock animation. Now, right after mo makapag-create niyan, nakapag-create ka ng simple animation for the rolling rock animation, it's time for the rendering of the file. So, click lang natin yung render ng file, change yung file name extension, yung PNG into AVI. Again, yung PNG na nakalagay dyan, papalitan po natin ng AVI. Forget, we need to change into FFmpeg. Okay? On the parameters port, change po natin yung available video codecs. Ano po yung select? Yung mpeg-4 port 2 dot, open parenthesis, xvid /divx, then close parenthesis. And then click OK. Okay, and then right after that, click mo lang yung render, may lalabas po dyan na black screen. Ibig sabihin po nun, nag-render na siya. Okay, right after that, hanapin mo na lang kung saan na-save yung mismong file mo. And then, natapos mo na yung rolling rock animation natin. Okay, so yun lang. That is the simplest way on how to do it. So thank you everyone. God bless.